Good morning, friend. Today we have an interesting video. Usenet Psychology Unit 1 Part 7 is the last notes of this unit. Plus, next one more Part 8 video will have of these MCQs of the same chapter or same unit. In the short notes, we learn in detail about the last part of this unit 1 regarding the yoga, meditation, how psychology entered into our India, all those things. The short notes will be easy and it will be exam focused. The last topic is paradigmatic controversies. Here the meaning for this is debates about what counts as valid knowledge in psychology. Western view, they are telling that scientific, objective and experimental. And Eastern or our Indian view, they say that inner experience, consciousness and self-realization is important. The main controversy here is, should psychology follow natural science methods like behaviorism, empirism, or study consciousness, meaning, and self knowledge like humanistic, spiritual, Indian approach? This is the main controversy you have. They are either natural science or spiritual or humanistic like this. What is the result? Integration efforts. Indian psychology, transpersonal psychology, and positive psychology. So, as the controversy was going on, they created a new psychology like Indian psychology came, transpersonal psychology, like spiritual psychology, and positive psychology came. So these are the thing we see here. Next, what is significant Indian paradigms on psychological knowledge? The first point came is yoga psychology, like Patanjali and Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. These are like yoga is deeply connected with the psychology and all those things we can see here. And the goal is Chitta Vritti Nirodha, that means cessation of mental fluctuations, like controlling your mind, how you should segregate or separate. Fluctuation means like how its mind is like with a lot of thoughts, but how to control that. That's the thing we learn here. And avidya, like ignorance, the root cause of suffering, ignoring things, not learning anything like that. Vidya, knowledge or realization. Avidya means not knowledge, ignorance. It's like opposite of knowledge. Vidya means knowledge or realization. This is the thing we see here. What is relevant to this is mental health through self-discipline, meditation and detachment. These are the things we see here. And we know that this yoga psychology is really connected, okay? Because yoga we should do with the mind, body and the soul. Same thing happens with the psycho, because what is psychology? Study of the soul and mind. That's what we see here. It's an interesting topic. The next is Bhagavad Gita psychology. The core idea is integration of cognition, emotion and behavior via karma. Yoga or the action. Jnana yoga, that means knowledge. Yoga means action, jnana yoga means knowledge. Bhakti yoga means devotion. Okay, keep in mind, yoga means action, jnana yoga means knowledge, and bhakti yoga means devotion. What are psychological insights here? Self-control and equanimity under stress. Sattva rajas tamas, that means personality traits like temperament theory. Self-knowledge like Atman leads to liberation. And where we can apply here is in motivation, emotion regulation, coping and leadership and many more things. The third point is Buddhist psychology. It focuses on understanding and overcoming suffering, dukkha. Like dukkha we tell, no? We usually talk that dukkha means suffering. So their focus is on to understand and overcome the dukkha. What is the great principles here is four noble truths and eightfold path. Anatta, like no self, should not be self. Some movie name is also the Anatta. That means we should not be selfish. Anika, impermanence, and Pratya Samupta, that means interdependence. And mind training, we should give mindfulness like Sakti, and meditation, Vipassana. That means like meditation, mindfulness should have a training. Modern link, mindfulness based therapies, emotional regulations, cognitive awareness. The fourth is Sufi psychology. It's also very famous. Called purification of the naps or ego or self. This Sufism we call in short Sufi psychology. It should purify the selfishness or the ego. Stage of development like first naps, E Amara, like commanding self or desire driven. Napsi, Lavamma or self approaching. Napsi, Mutmaina, that means tranquil self. That means love, remembrance of God, sick, okay, or self discipline, spiritual guidance. So, parallel self acceleration through divine love, similar to humanistic growth. Fifth one here is integral yoga by Sri Aurobindo. The core concept is evolution of consciousness from lower to higher, like material to spiritual. The goal here is integration of matter, life, mind, and spirit. Supermental consciousness. The methods they follow is self-observation, aspiration, and surrender. Like they should self-observe, they should be very motivated and surrender themselves. Psychological value is about growth through transformation, integration of personality. The last point here is science and spirituality, like avidya and vidya. Vidya means spirituality and science avidya. Concept meaning psychological link. Avidya, ignorance. Misidentification with ego or body. Source of stress, illusion. Psychological suffering, like vidya, true knowledge of self, atman. Awareness, liberation, mental peace. Integration, modern psychology plus spiritual insight is the foundation of Indian psychology. The primacy of self knowledge in Indian psychology. Self knowledge, Atmajnana, is central to mental health and transformation. Like self knowledge or Atmajnana is very important to mental health. Western psychology, they emphasize on behavior and mind. Indian psychology emphasizes on self as consciousness. So, Western they focus on behavior and mind. Indian psychology they focus on self as consciousness. Emphasis means they give importance. Goal, realize who we truly are beyond ego. Leads to peace, integration, and well being. Okay, this is the thing we should learn. Thank you. Have a great day. Our goal is to realize who truly we are beyond ego. It leads to peace, integration, and well being. Thank you. Bye. Have a great day.